How do you break up with somebody who doesn't accept your breakup? I know this one sounds a little crazy, but this guy says, my girlfriend and I were dating for a year, and over the weekend, I told her I wanted to break up. She responded that she doesn't believe me and that she thinks it's just a phase. A few days later, she came over to my place like nothing ever happened. I told her again, and she still doesn't accept it. So how can I get her to realize that this is real? Because maybe she's accepting, because at first I'm like, okay, she seems like maybe she's a little bit yikes, right? But maybe she just thinks, look, maybe it is a phase, or maybe she's just concerned that she feels that things are great in the relationship, and she's just worried that maybe you're thinking that, well, there's a couple things here and there that aren't going so well, and maybe there's a way that you guys can work things out. She's probably very optimistic about it, but you seem pretty set that you are done with this relationship. So how can you make it clear to her that, look, we are done for real. It's not just a phase. What do you think?
Well, that's interesting because I'm going through something very similar.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess, like, my advice would be, like, no contact. Like, you gotta be, like, very blunt and be like, I don't want to be with you. Like, no contact.
Now, what if she keeps showing up? Like, what if she just keeps pretending like it's glazing over her that it's not actually a real thing? I mean, what would you do after that?
I feel like you gotta be stern and you gotta give that tough love, even though it might be hard. And you kind of just got to lay down the law and be like, you know what? Like, it's not going to happen. Love you, but don't love you anymore. Got to go.
Sheila in Albany, what do you think he should do?
Have given her, a good amount of time to say, look, we're done, and show the police that she's continuing to text him and call him and whatnot, and then they'll be able to take it from there.
But, I mean, if it's just maybe a misunderstanding, maybe he wasn't very stern about things, do you think it might be a little bit too aggressive and too far to be like, hey, look, you come back here again, I call the cops?
No, because he's told her twice now.
Yeah.
Then, no, the third time, he has every right to call the police. And if she shows up at his work or calls his work, that's also harassment.
Pam in Gloversville, what's your advice?
Tell her all you're doing is making it worse for you if you don't leave me alone. And just call the cops and say, hey, look, this is what's going on. I've told you several times, and now it's becoming pathetic.
Yeah.
So I think that maybe he should just let the cops know a little bit what's going on.
Because we don't know how far it's going to go. I mean, if he changes the locks, I mean, she could always just break into the apartment. And I mean, at that point, you want to have at least some evidence of what's already gone on.
When I tried to break off from people and they just are persistent, keep calling, whatever, it just turns me off. I mean, it's almost to the creepy side, Now,
take a look at what you had to say up on Facebook. Amy says, yeah, you need to say bluntly and unequivocally, it's over. You tried being nice, now you have to be politely blunt. Miranda says, block her phone number. Change your locks if she has keys. That sounds like a stage 5 clinger right there. And finally, Cardine says, if she tries to come over, don't let her in. Time to put actions behind words. Over is over. So what would you do? Let us know by leaving a comment down below right now. And if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit like and make sure you hit subscribe as well. Hit that little ring icon too, because it seriously does help the algorithms in the YouTube, Google worlds. And, helps me out a little bit too. And it helps get more advice for more people. Plus, you can also listen live every weekday, 3 to 7 p.m. We always hit these off at 4 p.m. live on our free app. Just search your app store for 100.9 The Cat. You can stream us right up on our website, or if you're in the Albany, New York area, you can also listen to us live on 100.9 The Cat. And in the meantime, we got a couple more videos down below you can check out. And follow me on social media, @OnAirPete, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, all over the webs.